Well, I don't know exactly where he's at, but wherever he is, the world is very big around him. Basically, with the end of season 3 of Arrow, there was an explosion, and Ray has successfully, albeit a little bit bigger than he expected, basically, disappeared. And it's kind of the journey of him coming back. How does he get back from where he is, and the size that he is, to the land of the living that he knows? So that's kind of the journey off of Arrow and into Leslie Tomorrow.
Talking love life for a second, how difficult is it going to be for you to get over Felicity? Are we going to see romance in your future, or is it going to be a little bit of a long haul?
Well, I think Ray's already kind of dealt with that. I think there were a couple conversations subsequent to the breakup in which Ray basically said, look, I like you a lot. I think you're awesome. You're amazing, but I understand, and I'm still a teammate of yours, a champion of yours. So I think he handled it in a pretty adult way, really. And there's always going to be a part of him that loves Felicity and that time that they had. But I think he's, shouldn't be too many tremors in that.
She can still borrow the jet.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the friend that Ray is.
This is not your first time playing a superhero, so how does that influence your approach into coming into it? Do you just feel like it's just a completely new character, or do you feel maybe a bit more ready because you have the experience taking on like comic mythology?
Well, it's a completely different character. There are a lot of similarities, actually, but I took a lot of what I knew and the whole experience from Superman into this role. Obviously, we have the difference between film and television, but the costume fitting process, very similar. The demands of the job are very similar. Coming to Comic-Con, all very similar. The fan base is very similar, and understanding kind of why this type of character is fun for people, and the more than just being entertaining, what it can give is kind of the journey that I've been on during Superman and since Superman. And I'm happy about playing Ray Palmer because he kind of lends himself in the character that he's become just as Ray Palmer has those kind of Superman-like qualities as far as he believes in the best in people and kind of is just a jolly, happy guy. So it's kind of fun to be able to sprinkle in those little bits of life, of how he views life. So.
You've played two superheroes now, but if you could be a female superhero, who would you want to be?
He seems to stump a lot of people.
I don't really think about being other superheroes, either superheroes or villains. So this question always kind of stumps me because I've already been like the pinnacle. Wonder Woman, because then I can have like an invisible ship, right? It's kind of cool. It's in that same world. Although that'd be weird though, right? Because Superman and Wonder Woman had a thing, right? So it'd be like dating myself. I'd probably get along with myself pretty well.
Nice. At what stage did you know this spin-off Legends of Tomorrow was going to happen? Was it when you first started?
No. It was after It was a few months before the Arrow season ended. And I had a feeling that something was it was building towards something. There was a potential, whether it was just being then becoming a series regular on Arrow, or maybe going back and forth and being in like a regular on both shows, like Arrow and Flash or something, or even their own Atom show, as they kind of proposed a while back. But I think this is the best of both scenarios. This way, it's the cast of characters that we have is much more dynamic than just having one single person in a show. It's a little bit less work, but a lot of great payoff of a fun job, and I still will be able to go back to Los Angeles and visit my family, my wife and my son.
How are the group dynamics coming together with all the different characters and all the different actors?
It's been interesting because we haven't filmed anything yet. We won't film anything for a couple months yet. So we've done the upfronts in New York. We've done this, and we did the promo that we shot, which was 2 days. So we did work a little bit, but we've spent almost more time in these sessions talking together, interviews about what we don't know about the show. So that's been bizarre, but bonding as well, you know, kind of getting to know each other as people before we start as characters. So it's cool. We have a lot of different people, a lot of different age ranges, experience levels, and so it makes our show very multi-age, multi-ethnic, multi-cultural, multi-whatever. It's just a kind of an interesting mix of people and talents.
You mentioned the attributes of playing a superhero, the costume fittings, the action scenes, the scripts. Which do you enjoy the most and which do you hate the most?
The costume fitting process is just kind of sometimes just a little bit mind-numbing. But it's important. It's a very important process. We have and I've worked with some great costume designers. The Superman thing was very cool, but that was new to me. It's just a lot of standing and being measured and standing and coming back and trying on again. The Atom suit was much quicker process, I think, based on technology and not being as it's just a different scenario for me. I don't know. I mean, the best part for me most of the time is working on a scene that has humor in it, and just coming to set and working with an actor who's willing to kind of play and improv a little bit, and we just go back and forth and make magic happen, and make the scene change and make it come off the page in a different way than was expected. I think that's what I got to do every day, pretty much with Emily, with Emily Cards, who plays Felicity, because we was the two of us in almost every scene that I was on the show together, and we just went at it. It was so much fun. So I'm gonna miss that energy. Hopefully there's somebody who Ray taps into that can have that similar energy on Legends.
What's it like?
How much have you read up on the Atom? I know you've been playing him for a while now, and which story are you hoping to get to play out on the show?
Well, I've done a bit of reading. The origin story and a lot of the initial 4 or 5 issues of the reinvention of him. So there was a couple different iterations, but I think that I talk about the Sword of Adam a lot. I think that's interesting, mostly only because I want to have a sword. Because I like my geekdom lies in like the fantasy world, and more so than the comic book world. And I just really want to do some sword fighting someday. That is an interesting storyline because, but he doesn't shrink at all. He's just human, and so and that's a cool thing because it's just about Ray being a cool person and being able to unite people and help this clan of 6-inch people, save their people, and is interesting on its own right. But there's no shrinking aspects to it. So I think combining that part of who Ray is as a core with all the shape changing and all the fun that brings will be interesting. Obviously, don't want it to be different. There's one range of character where he's not, or Ray gives up being the Atom and gives the identity to a younger gentleman. I can't remember his name in the comics in the series. I'll keep it for a while anyway. Somebody over here.
Oh yeah. What is it like finally shrinking?
It was cool. It was fun. It's just so. One of the benefits was that now I don't have people tweeting me. When are you going to shrink? When are you going to shrink? But it's cool. It turned out really well on camera. We just shot that with a couple different camera lenses, and they moved the camera up or something. It was kind of a cool effect to make that happen. And then seeing the little miniature, Lego-sized Atom running is pretty sweet. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And the also fun thing about this, I actually won't have to do a lot of it because it'll be small, but it'll add even more humor to the show and fighting in new and different ways.
You mentioned your geekdom, and I'm curious because we're at Comic-Con. What do you geek out about? You said you're a fantasy kind of person. What's your favorite?
Well, I used to be a huge World of Warcraft player, and I used to play a lot of video games. But I'm going to geek out like Magic the Gathering, stuff I mean, Game of Thrones I would geek out on, I guess. Board games, if they had it, I'd probably go hang out in the board game section quite a bit. Stuff like that. And then, authors, I guess, that I've read before in the fantasy world. So I would geek out about stuff like that.
Is there a specific character or actor you're looking forward to working with since you guys have been like
Sorry, you guys, I have to pull on my wrap, guys.
I'll just finish that last bit. Well, I've worked with pretty much everybody on both shows now a little bit. I would like to work more with Grant Gustin because we had such a little bit of actual dialogue and stuff together, and I was just becoming the Atom. We didn't actually fight together, like Flash and Atom teaming up to fight. Truly, we were separate when we did it during the episode, so that would be fun to do. Hi, are you taking my space? No. Oh.
But you are, I'm putting you down one.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much.